Good morning. Good morning, Friday, December 17th. And as always, we do this in real time every time. And if you haven't already, you can like, share, subscribe. Well, you don't have to like until the end, I guess. But you could definitely share and subscribe. So it looks like we got a couple of things here. This is BLPH, and then we have yesterday's ticker that we ground a couple pennies out of yesterday, ADGI. So we'll see how these two kind of shake out the morning. So this one's BLPH. We've got to take enter position here at, you can see what I'm doing here, right? It's $3.75. The stop is extra deep here. It just so happened to be where I thought it could be. And look at this tear back right to it. Look at this. Look at this tear back to right where it is. And this freaking scaling is out now. So yeah, wow, that's a lot of shares, man. 1 million shares on the sell side there. So I'm going to shut this off really quickly because now we know who we're playing with. Wow. So that's $3 million right there. Wow. That's crazy. ADGI, it's tearing back too. So what is going on here? Major indices aren't showing me any correlation. Major indices aren't showing me any correlation. So we'll just keep watching. So it looks like BLPH might be the play for today, if we can get something figured out here, right? Again, the stop is huge here, right? Like this is a pretty wide band range, if you were. We have our target up here at 475, $5, give or take. Depends on what. Should be the same, but it depends on what chart you look at. And this is part of the problem. If we take it at $3.75, look at your drawdown. Like I always like to look at the volatility level. Look at it, it's a 10% volatility level. So it's a bit deep for me, man. We just gotta maybe try and find a level of risk that we're comfortable with, right? Once we get into this, and this is where the macro approach comes in, and your depth of market and being able to read the order flow and all that. This is huge. Again, maybe it needs to walk out of here and build me a bit of a pattern. I just don't want to leave anything. I just don't want to leave anything on the table, right? So we got to cut this short. We're already at 3 minutes. Yeah, like something like that. There it is there. Yeah, and there's the risk there. So 66, $3.66, back down to 50. See how we built support there? So if we can get in at 366, we're willing to take that amount of risk. We're willing to take that amount of risk. It's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. There you go, though. There's the deduction of it. And then just the sheer fact that she's ramming big volume in. This is a hypertension play. I don't have hypertension. It's some sort of drug therapy for hypertension. And here's our shares outstanding. And it's really small, right? So there should be a lot of demand on this. We've already banged in 13 million, and it's been 10 minutes. So, well, plus the pre-market, right? With the pre-market. There was probably 3 or 4 million in that pre-market, so we've banged in 10 million since in 10 minutes. So it's $1 million a minute, if that helps. Here's our Yahoo Finance. Positive top-line data from phase 2, so it's only a phase 2, of pulmonary hypertension associated with sarcoidosis or something. Interesting. So there it is there. News out at 8:30, press release. Can't really get better than that for a press release. So still dancing around these levels, and lo and behold, if we had got filled here, it wouldn't have worked. So what should we do? We should probably shut that off and reevaluate. You can't be stubborn. That's another thing. You can't be stubborn. You can't be lazy. You can't just leave this up in the air and let it be decided just because, I don't know, you just can't be lazy about it and leave your orders in there and think that it's okay. You have to really kind of be on top of it. Look at the volume coming in now. Like, look at this. Crazy. Look at this little push. And that created 600,000 shares. That's a lot. Like, now what? Look at, now what? So, potentially 66. We didn't get fired yet. Oh, there it is too. And it's at 55. So, do you take it again? I might want to wait to see how it gets out of here because it's kind of dicking around here. But you know my trade, you saw it just a second ago. It was 66 to the 50. Was it 50? Yeah, it was 50. So 66 to 50, that was a pretty good amount of risk. Like, a worthy amount of risk. Look at now, we're at a tighter amount of risk. We're at, like, we could even say 55 to 66. So we might do that right now. So stop. 66. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. 55. Right? Like, that's a pretty good amount of risk. Even if we do fuck it up, it's only 150 bucks. 66 would have loaded right there. So let's just see how this goes. We're in 66 would have loaded there. So we're one bar behind ish. There, we're loaded. We have a target here around 5, right? 475 would be a pretty reasonable spot to start thinking about getting out of here, right? And then we got $3.75. So if we can break out of this $3.75 area, which is nothing but nothing, but we were working on something there, weren't we? Let me clean that up for you. Boom. So there's our, almost. A little bit higher there on that one there. We'll see how that works. That line. It's close. It's close. We'll just draw it in on this one here as well for you. Watch me get stopped out here really. Oopsie. Watch me get stopped out here. Because it's going to be like that, right? Like it's really volatile, right? So it's really going to want to screw you around. So I'm going to want to try and take profit off this too almost as quickly as possible. Let me just measure up to our line and see where that is, right? Yeah, so that's only 2% away. So I'd like to get up above the line. That'll be the high day or whatever, high of pre-market, and then come back to export on it, right? Or we're going to lose 150 bucks right here. Boom! Oh, super. See, it's really volatile. So you really, and then why would you want to stick around for more risk? That's your call, man. I don't want to stick around for more risk. God damn it. And we're going to try the exact same trade again. Fuck, that's the problem, right? So patience. We still had more time to wait here. Fuck. We're going to shoot at this one again, I bet. Yeah, still holding strong above that VWAP. Jumpins. And that is part of the job, or the key to this job, is actually understanding your risk and being able to say, okay, well, it was only $150. You know, you can't be hanging around and being like, no, it'll work, because this thing could run down $1,000 on you, 20%, no problem, really quick. So, because you never know. Like, it already banged in 1 million shares on that one power drop. So, look, here it's coming again. Patience, man. I should have taken a little more patience on it, because we're going to have to enter the friggin' thing again. We should wait for the market structure, though. Wait until it comes out of here and then does something for us. So, yeah, I'm just always trying to catch it a little early, and then I can take profits. By the time I'm trying to take profits, I'm trying to sell it to people that are getting in late. In my opinion, they're late, right? I'm trying to sell it to people that are, like, getting a little FOMO, right? And then I'm selling it to them. I'm taking some profit. You know, that's what part of being the edge of... That's part of the edge of being a professional, is that you can sense it before they can, and then take advantage of the other players. Really, is, I don't know about taking advantage of the other players, but I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell them my stuff before You know, and right now, like, who really wants to be in on this if it doesn't break out of here, right? And that's the thing. Just, it's going to keep holding this view up, and then all of a sudden we're going to push hard. Yeah, and there's a little bit of footage there of, look at this drop now. Might get a bounce. This is a bit of a panic. Yeah, and the press release isn't strong enough for me to be, phase 2 studies, and it's just not the greatest news. It's okay, but it's not the greatest, right? So we'll tape this a little longer. Well, seeing that this is getting pretty long here, and I'm not very good at buying a bounce or a dip, I might call it off here, right? Because in real time, every time, it doesn't always happen. Um, did I show you the $150 loss? I did, didn't I? I could do that again. Yeah, just to keep up with transparency. Yeah, there it is there, $150 loss. Ha! It's really funny too, because it really only took like a minute. It only took a minute, and that's the thing with my style. When you're wrong, you're wrong. And there's no reason to be hanging around. Like, see if anybody else would have been wrong. They might have been wrong, all the way down to here. But that is huge, man. Huge percentage, right? Like here, I'll even measure how deep of a cut that could have been. Let's just say you took it there, like, you know what I mean? Look at, there's 14%. We're down at 15% down now. So, where's our, take some small losses, man, because if you don't, you spend all your money, you'll lose all your money, and you won't be able to come back for your high fives. Because it's definitely not what you trade, it's how you trade. And now you can like it. I would like you to share it, and you should subscribe, because if you're without subscribing, you definitely won't get your high fives.